Hey everyone, today it is Keiki coconut crumb bars. Now Keiki means child in Hawaiian, so it's just a fun way to celebrate the islands and luau by making these amazing dessert bars. So have fun today. Do not forget our 4 C's. That's collect your ingredients, create your wonderful recipe. Number 3 is to celebrate by sharing this with your family and friends, and number 4 is to clean up. Have fun with this recipe. The first thing we need to do is we need to melt this butter. I'm going to put it in the microwave for 30 seconds, and then we're going to let it cool just a little bit before we add it into our recipe. Heading to the microwave. All right, now we're going to make the crust of our Keiki coconut bars. I'm going to add 1 cup and a half a cup of flour. Get that all in there. Then I'm going to add 1 cup that I've already pre-measured of coconut flakes. Then I've already measured this too. This is 1/2 cup of sugar. Then I'm adding 1/2 teaspoon of baking soda and 1/2 teaspoon of baking powder. Okay, now get a spoon and mix that really well. You really want to make sure that the baking soda and baking powder are evenly distributed in this flour mixture before you add in the wet mixture. This is going to make the bottom of our coconut bars. Actually, it's coconut and pineapple bars, right? Yeah. Okay, now what I'm going to do is make a little well. You can see right here I'm making a well. I'm going to pour that melted butter in the middle of the well. What this does is it protects the butter from getting to the sides of the bowl, and that allows me to kind of get started on the flour. Then you're just going to kind of fold the flour in on top and then just carefully mix that together. It's going to make a real crummy, not crummy like a mean crummy, like crumbs, you know, crumbly dough. We're gonna save some of this for the top of our coconut bars. So go ahead and keep mixing. It's gonna make a nice, delicious dough at the bottom of the pineapple mixture that's gonna go up on top. Okay, so this looks pretty good. Make sure, sometimes the flour tries to stay at the bottom of the bowl, so just kind of keep working it. Do you see how I'm just bringing it up and trying to find it? If you press a little bit, you can see that it's making a good dough. Now I'm going to take my 1 cup that I had here. It's okay if it still has a little flour in it. I'm just going to put that on top in there, and this is going to save a little bit of the dough for the top of our bars. Okay, just gonna put that back into my little bowl. And now we're ready to press our crust into a pan. Using a baking dish, you want to either line it with parchment paper or oil it somehow with either butter or a light oil spray. And then you're just going to dump it all in here. I know it looks a little crumbly right now. That's okay. It's gonna press in really nicely. That's what that butter was for. So what you're gonna do is just carefully place it around. You can smell that coconut. It smells really good. And then with the back of a spoon, or even your hands, make sure your hands are nice and clean. You can start to press in really down there. And actually my hands are working a little better than the spoon. The first thing you're going to do is open a can of crushed pineapple. Crushed pineapple works the best, and you need to strain it. So the best way to do that is to use a strainer and strain all that liquid out, because we don't want that liquid getting into our crust too much. Okay, when you have that all, go ahead and we're gonna pour that into our bowl. I'm using the same bowl that I used to make the flour mixture so that it's not as much dishes. Then I'm going to add 1/4 cup of sugar. And I'm going to add cornstarch. Cornstarch is a thickening agent. And this is 2 tablespoons, not teaspoons, but tablespoons, because you really do want to get a nice thickness when it bakes. Okay, now we're going to stir that really well. And then we're going to preheat our oven to 375 degrees. Perfect. All right, now it is time to take all that pineapple and that sugar and the cornstarch, and we're just going to lay it right on top. Just smooth it really well. All right, now remember our little crumbly topping that we had left over? We are gonna put that on top, give it a little bit more flavor on top, and it looks really pretty when it bakes. So you have that nice crumbly topping with the butter and the coconut. And these make really good what they call bars. And bars are, just keep sprinkling. Make sure you get into the corners. And this is gonna go into the oven for 23 to 25 minutes. You'll see that it starts to get brown on top, and you'll know then it's ready to come out of the oven.